We need one more semifinalist to set the Final Four in this Little Caesars Horizon League Men's Basketball Championship. IUPUI and Oakland will battle for that final spot, with Cleveland State awaiting the winner in the semifinals tomorrow. The nightcap here of this third day of this Horizon League tournament, and you see how the bracket has already been shaken up. Wright State and Milwaukee will meet in the second semifinal. Cleveland State, off the upset yesterday, awaits the winner of this one in the first semifinal tomorrow. Hi everybody, with David Kaplan, I'm Will Haskett. Welcome back inside Little Caesars Arena for this showdown between two old foes who now meet in the postseason for the first time in a long time. IUPUI looking for their first Horizon League tournament win, and Oakland a walking mash unit. Just 8 healthy scholarship players, but now the road to a title a little more open than it was 24 hours ago.
Well, you have Northern Kentucky gone, UIC gone. And you look up, you go, guys, I know we're shorthanded. We're playing in our town. Let's take care of business. IUPUI, shock the world, baby.
For Oakland, they've got the home crowd advantage here in the Motor City. They also have the second best scorer in the nation. Kendrick Nunn transferred in, sat last year, and was all advertised here in his senior season.
He's a stud. And they give him a lot of freedom to be able to score and shoot the ball from wherever he wants. And if he's locked in, they're really, really tough to stop.
Physical presence for IUPUI is the big fella Aaron Brennan. He's a double-double threat each and every night out. They're going to need his grit against the big, strong front line of Oakland.
Yeah, they got to slow the pace down. They got to force Oakland into some bad shots, really get up into Kendrick Nunn, and we'll find out if Oakland has enough in the tank with only 8 guys.
And we will see where the emotion is for Oakland. Again, they lost their redshirt senior leader in Martez Walker with a broken ankle just a couple of games ago. One of 5 players who have been lost for the season for Greg Campy's squad. But with Northern Kentucky losing yesterday, I think Oakland understands that even with the depleted roster, this is still an opportunity as Stan Scott backdoors his way to the first bucket.
Yeah, really nice back cut, well executed. Got to be unselfish. We saw in the first game, UIC turned it over too much off the dribble. Got to pass the basketball. Beautiful start for Oakland. See if IUPUI can answer.
Good pass out of the post. Brennan one-handed it back, but the 3 missed short by Nick Rogers. One and done as Oakland snags the rebound with big Isaiah Brock. Preseason pick to win the Horizon League. With those injuries and really just some shaky play through the year, Oakland's season never materialized the way that many expected it to. But all it takes is one hot streak to make it back to the NCAA tournament. Daniels through the defense, but too strong, and Brennan there to clear. Spinning on the baseline and stepping on that line was Evan Hall. A couple of 2 bruisers down low. Hall at 6'7", 200. Brennan 6'6", 225. Some big boys in the post for that man. Jason Gardner in his 4th season, the head coach at IUPUI, and transitioning this team from the Summit League to the Horizon League here in this 2017-2018 campaign. Cap, he told me he was so excited for the trip up here because, like it has been all season, travel has been made so much easier in the league. This team in this program really energized by their spot in this league.
Yeah, they're excited. They step up in competition, and they get a chance to come in here and do this in a tournament format. Yeah, they're fired up. They should be.
Great defensive possession there, forced the long miss from Nick Daniels. If Oakland underperformed by the expectations this year, IUPUI certainly overperformed. Finished 5th in the conference after being picked in the preseason to finish dead last as Ron Patterson misses the first look from outside. Nunn, coast to coast.
That's what he's got to make. He's not going to get a lot of clean looks, at least early, as the defense is really keying on him. He's got to make those.
Good handoff back, and Rogers finishes off a nice feed from Evan Hall to tie it at 2.
Double came a little soft. I'm from the school of, if I'm going to double, I'm swarming you and I'm forcing you to make a really tough pass. That was too easy.
Nunn, dangerous 3-point shooter, gave it up. Daniels can also flick it and does.
Good job by Nunn to give that ball up as 2 defenders ran right at it. That, for me, is the key of the game. A, will he give it up? B, Will the guy he gives it up to either make a better decision or make the shot?
Top three-point shooting team in the Horizon League. They lost on the road to IUPUI just 2 weeks ago when Daniels and Chris Palambizio just could not make a single shot. Patterson fouls Daniels trying to dive for the loose ball.
You mentioned Chris Palambizio. I coached against his dad. Dan Palambizio was a great player.
There's the Hall of Famer, Greg Campy. I say Hall of Famer, entered the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame last October and got his 600th win just over a week ago. 34th year for the institution in Greg Campy.
Okay, so how old do I feel? He and I were both assistants together with Fran Fraschilla, all of us in the MAC at the same time. Greg at Toledo, Fran at Ohio U, me at Northern Illinois. So when I had the UIC Oakland game, we took a picture. Fran was in town and we all took a picture it's 35 years ago, 36 years ago.
Nice floater from Daniels in the lane. He's got 5.
That's a long time ago, kid.
That was 2. Rogers gets free. That looked pure the whole way.
He did. He rose up and stuck it.
Transfer from Toledo. 2 programs that have sort of built success in similar ways, being sort of a landing spot for local products to return home and play college basketball, as Hall was fouled trying to exit that pass, and it will take us to our first timeout. Either team finding its stroke here in the early going is a spot in the semifinals on the line.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
You kids hear about this rad Little Caesars lunch combo deal? 4 slices of deep dish pepperoni pizza and a 20-ounce beverage now for just $4.
Get a Little Caesars hot and ready lunch combo for the incredible price of just $4 for a limited time.
Pizza.
Today, the automotive industry is undergoing dramatic changes with the rapid implementation of electrification and autonomous technologies. So as suppliers, we need to be increasingly fast and innovative to keep up with these changes. At Hitachi, we're working closely with our other divisions and research groups to implement these innovative technologies as quickly as possible.
Get a Little Caesars large hot and ready classic for just $5.
Pizza.
The 2018 Horizon League Championships are sponsored by Little Caesars, home of the hot and ready pizza. With David Kaplan, I'm Will Haskett. That was the transformation of brand new Little Caesars Arena. This is the final game, Cap, that you and I will be on at Motor City Madness this week, and I think it bears repeating. We waited 3 years to get in the building after 2 years at the Joe. The wait was more than worth it. The vision of this complex and having and hosting this tournament coming to fruition this week. What a tremendous facility for 20 teams to come together and compete in this Horizon League postseason.
Yeah, well said. I was really excited to see the building. I mean, the Joe was famous. It was old. It was time for a new place, and this place has lived up to expectations.
Nice lob from Rogers, but brick hands from Maurice Kirby.
You gonna say that to him?
Say if he heard it, it was from you. Jalen Hayes, that was a tough post, but Brock right there to clean up. You got 2 guys on pogo sticks down low with Jalen Hayes and Isaiah Brock. Brock does most of the dirty work. TJ Henderson and DJ McCall both in for IUPUI at that last timeout. Brennan trying to go to work, has size around Daniels and drew contact, I believe, from Chris Gilbert.
Yep, they'll get Gilbert reaching in.
Number 0, Gilbert.
There's the dump now. Here comes the cut into the paint. Not a ton of contact.
IUPUI really labors to shoot free throws. Brennan not necessarily the problem. He's a 79% free throw shooter. They shoot as a team under 66% and are on pace to set their worst mark in their program's Division I history. So bear that in mind if this is a tight one down the stretch. After a really clean start between UIC and Milwaukee, this game taking a little while to get into full rhythm, making it very difficult on Kendrick Nunn. Hayes down the lane. That'll be an offensive foul. TJ Henderson was parked just outside the restricted zone and got there in time to draw the first foul against Hayes.
I'd love another look. Is he in the restricted zone or not? Nope, he's not. That is a good call by you.
I didn't make it. Guy in stripes did.
I thought it looked like it might be on the line. He's clearly above it.
Rogers lost it off his leg. Nunn again draws a lot of attention, but Daniels didn't want to pull the trigger. Brock banging against Brennan. Turns, and we'll head to the free throw line.
It's a tough match for Brennan. You know, he's an offensive presence for them. We don't want to get him in foul trouble. He's trying to hold his ground. Just a real good job to feed the post by Nunn, and then it's let me bump, and he got into his body. It's the right call. It's just a tough matchup.
62% free throw shooter for Isaiah Brock.
Number 25.
He's battling a gimpy ankle. You got Braylon Neely, their point guard for this team, who was leading the Horizon League when he tore his meniscus 24 games in the season. He's out. Martez Walker broke his ankle 4 games ago. He's out. Kendrick Nunn's actually battling ankle tendonitis. I mean, it is a lot of medical bills piling up for the Oakland Athletic Department with this Golden Grizzlies team this year, but they've led the entire way here in the early going. Henderson forced that entry and Hayes took it away. Oakland leads by 4 and Nunn's taken just 1 shot. Brock, soft touch on a turn.
Did a good job to force him off his spot. He still had a soft touch and got it to go.
A lot of dribbling from Henderson. Kirby wanted nothing to do with 15 feet, but 10 feet seemed to be more comfortable.
We've seen a bunch of those floaters the last 3 days here.
Kirby, graduate transfer in from Loyola, where at one point Jason Gardner was on Porter Moser's staff for the Ramblers, winners today in the Missouri Valley. And Ron Patterson read that one, but couldn't bring it away, dropped it off to Hayes to get it in.
Well, they had the steal, they got the double, they had the play, and they couldn't corral.
Jason Gardner furious, yelling at Patterson to grab the ball.
Well, it's a physical error, it happens. Frustrating.
And Patterson slipped on the baseline out of bounds, thought he was going to get a foul call, does not, and it's a 5th turnover for IUPUI.
Number 12, Scott. And number 15, Calabasio.
Oakland looks more focused than I've seen in the last few times I've seen them.
Remember, they got upset last year on that buzzer beater by Youngstown State when they were the top seed. The Joe was packed and rocking, and in back-to-back years they lose as a high seed in this tournament with championship aspirations, and then they entered this year as the 4 seed with really no expectations because of the injuries. Does that free them to play maybe their best basketball in the postseason as Hayes is fouled?
No question about it. I guarantee you, I know Greg Campbell. He said to his guys, nobody's giving us a chance, guys. We're injured. We have more than enough to win, and it's in our city. Let's go out and play the way we can play. They're playing hard. You're seeing a real good, focused attack here.
None. It just takes a half second.
Man, you give him that sliver of daylight, he's going up.
1 year exactly to the day of that Jordan Kaufman lay-in that stunned Oakland. Maybe they can be the stunner here this week. That one missed by Jalen Minette. This is a dangerous spot here for IUPUI. Great dump off Hayes, good passing, Palambizio.
It's a different team tonight. It's a different team, got to get a timeout, IUPUI.
5 straight made field goals by Oakland. And the Golden Grizzly faithful on their feet, enjoying this start and an 11-point spurt. Each Horizon League school has committed to end relationship abuse by teaming up with the One Love Foundation to educate all student athletes on healthy relationship behaviors and by empowering them to be leaders driving change in their communities. To learn more about the One Love Foundation, visit joinoneLove.org. And you can also connect socially with all of the charitable and social efforts from the Horizon League by using the hashtag HLCares. 7-0 spurt from Oakland, 7 points in a row. They've made 5 field goals in a row. Have built the largest lead of this opening half. While the offense has been good, this side of the floor has been really sharp for Oakland.
Illegal screen.
You get Elijah Goss moving while trying to set the screen, and that will be the 6th Jaguar turnover here in the opening 8 minutes of this game.
But the question is, can Oakland sustain this intensity? And they're playing hard at both ends, really doing a good job defensively. Can they play this hard for 40 minutes? Because they have moments where they come and go.
Off glass, soft touch. James Beck gets into the scoring act. Balanced scoring start from Oakland. Floater by Henderson finally snaps the skid. Rockets had plenty of deep looks, one-on-one in the post. Shot put that one up no good. Jags trying to squeeze 2 buckets in a row. Brennan, beautiful hop through the lane, couldn't finish. That was Evan Hall who couldn't finish. None, deflected. Good defense by Goss.
Yeah, they've done a good job at swarming him. I think he's gotten 2 shots. A layup he missed and 3 he hit.
Henderson steps into a 3. That's 5 straight from IUPUI. Boy, Brock, that is, I didn't know that was in the arsenal, the fadeaway 17-footer.
They're obviously saying, hey, we're going inside. We are going inside. Stop with the really challenged shots, which I've seen them take on other occasions. He's delivered so far.
Minette, fadeaway 3. And easily squeezed by Stan Scott.
Too quick a shot. Not what Jason Gardner wanted.
None. Good denial by DJ McCall, who's played really good defense one-on-one against Nunn most of this first half. Gilbert got crossed up, and there was all sorts of room for Manette to find the shot.
Did a really nice job. Patient. You see how he let things develop, and then he went, okay, I got the look. Boom, I'm in.
IUPUI has settled now into a little bit of a rhythm after being down by as many as 13. Working the baseline, Gilbert short of everything. Ball tapped around, good hustle by Brock. But Scott couldn't convert on the second chance look. Manette. Timeout called by Greg Campy, as that was a really long stretch of basketball. Both teams gassed, and with a chance to stop and slow things down, Oakland takes it with an 8-point lead.
It's always out there. The horizon. A reminder that our greatest goals are rarely attained. And as soon as you reach one, another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Here in Detroit, it's time. Time to show the world what we've got. Because right now, it's game time, showtime, moving time, and time to experience Detroit for yourself. Time to taste it, hear it, feel it, witness it, and believe it. This is Detroit, and we're here to tell you, it's go time.
Try Little Caesars large, hot and ready, extra most bestest with the nation's most cheese and pepperoni at the nation's best price of just $6.
Pizza, pizza, so nice to meet ya. Pizza, pizza.
8-point Oakland lead. Top 3-point shooting team in the Horizon League, doing the work inside the arc in the first half. David Kaplan.
Well, they've, I think, made a decision here. We were talking about this in a couple minutes ago. We're going to go inside. We're not going to settle for contested threes. We're going to make the extra pass like that. Such a different-looking team when they do that.
Doubling up IUPUI in the paint, 12-6 here in the early going. Grizzlies led by as many as 13 here in this first half, but IUPUI showing a little bit of fight, better defensively, making some buckets on the other end to try and stay within reach here in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, 11 points off 6 IUPUI turnovers for Oakland's Golden Grizzlies. Just too many quick shots for me by IUPUI.
Another fadeaway look for Brock, and then fouling Hall on the rebound was Palambizio.
Oakland foul, number 15, Palambizio.
That is the 4th foul on Oakland, both teams with 4.
That kid's dad at Ball State, first started at Purdue and then transferred, was a monster on the low post. What a scorer for the Ball State Cardinals.
Ball poked away, Hall couldn't save it. Palambizio with the steal. Nunn. Just so quick, so explosive, and a chance for 2 at the free throw line.
Jack's foul, number 24, Hall.
Hall picks up the foul, his first. Kendrick Nunn, 26.4 points per game. The Horizon League Player of the Year. Top 3-point shooter in the league for those with a minimum of 2.5 attempts per game. He made 4.5 threes per game this season, and if it weren't for Trae Young, he'd be the top scoring player in the entire country.
Yeah, he can really play. You've got NBA scouts here tonight. Specifically, I asked one of them, Who you here to see? He said, Kendrick Nunn. He said, 5th time I'm seeing him. Which tells you they have their, interest, and they have some questions, and they want to keep getting them answered.
Brennan doubled out of the post. Good ball reversal and right back to a rested Nick Rogers for 3. It's a 5-point game. Nunn 6'3", 193. How does he project as a professional?
Well, you just wonder, can he guard at the off-guard position, or can he guard the point guard? And can he do everything you need to do without scoring? Because he's not going to get the shots the way he did at this level.
Goes right through Patterson, but then it had it blocked by Brennan.
That ball hit the rim. That ball hit the rim. That should not have been a shot clock violation, I don't believe.
Was it knocked on the baseline, though, too? Did not hit the rim.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it hit the rim. I think the finger of Nunn may have hit the net, which made it look like it hit the rim. I don't think it is clear cut there. Ron Patterson misses the fadeaway three. Patterson, an elite level defender, now has the task of shadowing Kendrick Nunn. Hayes, that should be an offensive foul, and it is. Hall got there in time and may have embellished the contact a bit, but Hayes had the shoulder down. That's an easy call.
Well, there's the toss. There's no doubt about it. That's an easy call.
That is the second foul on Jalen Hayes. Greg Campy elects to leave him in with 5 and change to play first half. Go right at him with Brennan. Spun underneath him and finished. Great recognition by IUPUI to attack the guy with 2.
See, when they do that, they're a much better team than when they take that first look across half court. And now all of a sudden it's a 3-point game.
7-0 IUPUI run. And that, the 6th straight miss from the floor for Oakland. All tough spin, he was fouled on the pass.
Really nice spin move here by Brennan. Catches it, sees the double, and spins away from the double. You got to be really alert. You see it out of your depth percent. Whoa, here he comes, second guy. I'm going baseline. That was a sweet move.
4th-year player out of Noblesville, Indiana, northern suburb of Indianapolis, where IUPUI is. And Greg Campy is screaming at the officials to check on things. The call was against Jalen Hayes on the foul on Hall, which would be his 3rd, and I think Greg Campy wants to clarify who the foul was on, so they're going to go to the monitor to check at this. Hayes came over. It should be on Hayes. He slapped him. Unless they called a block against Brock. And I think they quickly confirmed that. And Campy furious with his post, and now already depleted roster, your best interior player is on the bench with 3 here in the first half.
Well, because you have to be smarter than reaching in there.
That hit the body of Nick Daniels on the way through on the air ball by Patterson. It's very rare you see 2 coaches furious with the team on the same play, but that's exactly what happened here. Bad shot by IUPUI and horrible recognition by Daniels underneath. McCall through the defense, fouled by Palambizio.
Tell you what, the game has completely changed. Oakland has taken some quick shots. IUPUI has made a couple, and they've been really good at getting the ball inside. Right there again, attacking the rim.
We'll send DJ McCall Jr. to the line. 8-0 IUPUI run.
Scott back in from Oakland.
They have never led here in the first half. And as they have late in this season, showing really good grit and want to get back in this game in a year where at 11-18, a really tough non-conference. They've grown up, they're moving the ball better, their coach says, communicating well the last couple of weeks of the season and perhaps peaking at the right time. That ball, active hands from Patterson to deflect it. None. Well, McCall just had his hand down for a second and almost paid the price for it. Jags could take their first lead of the night. And it's thrown away, but McCall's able to recover. Tough fadeaway. Mismatch here, Daniels against Brennan. Nunn right around Rogers, up and under for the deuce.
Such a better decision. He was thinking, do I head shoulder fake? Do I take the three from the corner? Phew! Right along the baseline and get the reverse layup. Well done.
Rogers under Brock, wild shot, and the rebound cleared by Beck. Nunn knocked off his drive by Rogers, and that will take us to a timeout. Triangle circle afterburner. Kendrick Nunn giving his team a 3-point lead. Once down by as many as 13, IUPUI has closed the gap here in the first half as we near halftime. David Kaplan, Will Haskett back with you. Winner facing 8-seeded Cleveland State in the semifinals tomorrow. And a golden opportunity today for these programs to take a step closer to perhaps playing for a league championship and a spot in the NCAA tournament. As there you see the bracket with Milwaukee dispatching third-seeded UIC earlier tonight. Wright State the only favorite to advance past the second day of this tournament.
Second year in a row we've seen craziness.
Daniels probably could have shot that ball instead of forcing the pass.
Yeah, definitely overpassed.
It was 5-1 the turnover advantage at the beginning of this game, and since that, 4 turnovers for Oakland, just 1 for IUPUI. Five to shoot for Henderson. Great work around, scooped it. That didn't hit rim. It will be a shot clock violation. Nunn trying to work through DJ McCall.
Yeah, he did a good job, DJ McCall. Did you notice that? And bump him off his spot without getting a call.
And Brennan holding the back of James Beck. That will be the 7th foul against IUPUI. And we'll send James Beck, the freshman, to the line for 1 in the bonus. That's the 2nd personal foul against Aaron Brennan. So Brennan with 2. He may sit for the final minute and a half of this half. Still stays out there. And don't forget, Jalen Hayes is out with 3 fouls for Oakland. Scott almost jumped that passing lane, but his momentum carried him into the body of DJ McCall. And IUPUI is now in the bonus. So it'll be 1-1 for McCall.
Number 22, McCall, shooting 1-1.
Cannot imagine how frustrating of a year it has been for Greg Campy.
Well, you start the season with a roster full of talent. You end the season with half your team injured.
And preseason picked to win the league, and it was not close in those votes, with Kendrick Nunn added to a roster that was pretty much still all intact from earning the #1 seed in this tournament a year ago. Perfect start to this game, but we've seen that for a couple of teams today. Northern Kentucky yesterday, they led by 15 early in the first half before getting upset by Cleveland State. Very hard in March to protect the lead. Nunn spinning through and a crafty little left-hand finish.
If you're not going to be able to shake him free on the perimeter, Will, then you send him to the block and let him see if he can operate. He did it there.
Henderson and a Brock party.
Nicely done.
Brock slipped the screen, ran through McCall. It should be an offensive foul. It is. He was out of control. Player controlled, so no free throws on the other end. But that will be the 6th turnover for the Golden Grizzlies.
They're just not very alert right now. Here comes the defender. He's outside that restricted area. Gotta be, turn your head and see where you're going.
Eight-second difference between game and shot clock, but Jason Gardner wants to try and limit the time Oakland will have on their final possession. Henderson, a deep catch. Gonna have to go one-on-one and hurry. Rogers forced one up and somehow got it through. Sorry, Jalen Manette with it. Nunn had it poked away. Daniels will just get a heave off, and it will be a tie game going to halftime. How in the world did Jalen Manette get this one in?
This is an amazing shot. I mean, contested, you don't want to foul, and he just put everything into it, buried it.
That's a freshman stepping up in a big spot late. And while IUPUI never leads in the first half, they come all the way back from 13 down to tie it up at the break and stun the partisan fans here in the Motor City. 28 apiece as we head to halftime. Got ourselves a basketball game at the half, tied up at 28 apiece after a furious rally by IUPUI to knot the score up. One more semifinal spot still on the line. Welcome you back inside Little Caesars Arena. Pleased to be joined by athletic trainer from Detroit Mercy and Mike Miller to talk about really the community here within the Horizon League. There's so much competition, but in so many avenues of how the athletic departments combine and join forces. I know especially here over the last year, the athletic training community in the Horizon League has come together for a worthy cause. Tell our listeners and our viewers about it.
Not just in the Horizon League itself, but overall. It is National Athletic Trainers Month. The month of March is. It's just a way to raise awareness for athletic trainers and what we do, especially on a daily basis with student athletes.
At Oakland, Tom Ford, longtime athletic trainer there, diagnosed with ALS within the last year.
Yes.
Retired after 30 years within the profession, and you guys took it upon yourselves, that being Horizon League athletic trainers and others in the community, to come together and try and raise money for him.
Yes.
How's that process going?
Well, it's, you know, we came together when he was diagnosed, and we all kind of hit us as a shock. I've known Tom for the last 12 years here, being in Detroit. I came from Notre Dame. We both graduated from Ball State University, and he's a little bit older than I am, but we've known each other from that. And with that, we came together. We're all wearing the Team T Ford bracelets. We're all wearing royal blue, which is the ALS signature color. And as you can see, Nick on the Oakland bench is wearing a blue pullover when they're all black. So.
And right there on the screen, you can see all the information you need to try and get involved with this. You obviously want to try and make a difference. You want to help him. You want to help try and find a cure for this terrible disease when it's all said and done. Has it exceeded your expectations, the outpouring of support, and where can this go from here to really help move this forward?
I think it all started with the Ice Bucket Challenge. I think that raised awareness, but ALS is nowhere near where they need to be in research. Last year in May, they came up with the first medication to treat ALS, and that's not a treatment or a cure. That's just to subside the symptoms. Tom has been in, it's called, pardon me if I get it wrong, it's called Radicava, I believe, and Tom has been doing that for the last 6 months, and it's a grueling infusion. His wife Kathleen is doing those infusions at home right now, and but it's just to delay the symptoms. So I mean, it's nowhere near it needs to be. Tom's been a fighter. Tom's been a signature amongst athletic trainers, and if you look at Oakland and what they've done, he's been there for 30 years. That's 30 years of athletes that he's touched their lives. So it's a pretty amazing thing, but it's something that we really need to do, really need to reach out and really improve upon and help him as well and his family. So teamtforwardstrong.org, that's his website. Anything we can do to help him or the ALS Foundation, that's what we want to do and support.
Well, Mike, a great example of what a community can do. Our best, obviously, to Tom, and continued success trying to raise money, and hopefully we have a cure sooner rather than later.
Sooner than later, yes, definitely.
Mike, thank you so much. Again, teamtforwardstrong.org to get involved with the effort. More to come here from Little Caesars Arena at the half. It's IUPUI and Oakland all tied up at 28 apiece. An entertaining contest, IUPUI and Oakland. Jags are racing a 13-point deficit in the first half, keyed by a huge three late by Jalen Minette, part of a balanced scoring effort. 8 for Nick Rogers pacing IUPUI, while 8 on the other side for Isaiah Brock. More still to come here from Little Caesars Arena. We'll look at first half highlights and stats right after this. 20 minutes in, 28 apiece between IUPUI and Oakland. Back inside Little Caesars Arena. That's Cap, I'm Will. David Idlock thought the first half really looked like it could be an Oakland runaway, but very similar to Northern Kentucky last night. They built this big lead, then all of a sudden they lose a little bit of defensive intensity, and in this case, Oakland allowed IUPUI to get back in this game, find rhythm, find confidence. Now it's anybody's game.
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job, Oakland, early, sharing the ball, cutting to the basket, making the extra pass, kick to the wing, get an open look, and then they defended well. And all of a sudden, it completely flipped the script. You saw IUPUI bang a couple shots, get a couple turnovers, and I think you pointed out the stat. It was 5-1 turnovers, IUPUI to Oakland, and all of a sudden it flipped and it went 5-1 the other way. We'll find out who wants it better.
Yeah, tale of two halves within the first half as we take a look at the first half highlights. It was a great start for Oakland. They elected to feed the post, Cap. They really worked the middle of the court really well. Didn't rely on an outside shot and really pounded it right at IUPUI.
Yeah, they did. They ran their big guys on the block. Kendrick Nunn was double teamed, as you saw right there, so they share the ball and they get backdoor cuts and layups. Kendrick Nunn did a good job when he got a chance on the low block. They've got to have more of that, and they got to take care of the basketball.
On the other side for IUPUI, turnovers early. They struggled, but then got going. The outside shot started falling. That one from TJ Henderson. You'll see some other threes that go down here. All of a sudden, IUPUI found a way to get the ball in the bucket. 4 of 11 from distance and shot themselves back into this game.
Right, see, there's making the extra pass. And then as the half runs down, that's just a big-time shot. There's nothing you could do about that. You just tell your guy, hey, man, tip your cap. He made a whale of a play. But the other stuff got to get cleaned up for Oakland. For IUPUI, cannot have a slow start here to the second half.
And there you see the shooting numbers. It wasn't a great shooting half for IUPUI, but most of those 9 baskets came in the final 10 minutes as they were able to claw their way back in this one. And 1 spot left in the semifinals and 20 minutes to determine who will take it. Second half comes your way right after this. The 2018 Horizon League Championships are sponsored by Little Caesars. Pizza ready when you are. Second half getting ready to commence here at Little Caesars Arena, all part of the Little Caesars Horizon League Basketball Championship. And big opportunity for IUPUI. Every team enters this week wanting to win a Horizon League tournament, David Kaplan, but IUPUI really had a goal. They wanted to win a game. First year in the league, exceeded expectations. Preseason pick to finish 10th. They finish 5th, win a game, get momentum, keep moving forward, building a culture to be successful in the Horizon. Aaron Brennan fortunate to still have it. It was poked away by Nunn, but he got too much of the hand and commits the foul.
Boy, everybody hustling to get after the basketball here. This is one Oakland's gonna think, how did we not come up with this? That's just a really good hustle play by Evan Hall.
And the officials looking at the shot clock, it was reset all the way to 30, and with dead ball it should have just gone back to 20. They have fixed that. Allowed Kendrick Nunn to talk to the referee to determine exactly what the foul was. There was contact with the arm. You hit somebody on the arm, you're going to get called for a foul. Off a Brennan screen, McCall. Speed advantage against Hayes, and that was a really nice, strong drive to the basket.
He's been tough. He's shown some real grittiness. Made a good move there and then was able to get it up with a soft shot, but the first steps what got him into the paint and got him a pretty good look.
Double team in the corner, and McCall had the steal. Nunn did not touch it last. McCall tried to sell it. He's second in the Horizon League in steals, is DJ McCall, and one of two Jaguars who were voted first team All-Academic in the Horizon League. He's already graduated in 3 years in the program, is working on his postgraduate degree right now with one more season of eligibility. He and Aaron Brennan both all-academic performers, and now more conversation with this officiating crew. I'm not sure what the confusion is here. Is there a change of possession for the shot clock?
Let's see what they should leave it at 28. I don't believe there was ever a change of possession.
Everything copacetic, and Nunn gets the inbound. Patterson, tough defense and unable to roll it in with Scott. It'll be 2 free throws for Stan Scott, 6'3" freshman who's been thrust into the starting lineup with the walking wounded in street clothes for Oakland.
That always used to drive me nuts when the ball's bouncing on the rim and one of our guys comes by and taps at it. It probably isn't going to drop, but you never know. Just leave it alone up there, because there's no benefit to you jumping up there. None.
Scott, 2.4 points per game, but become a regular starter for the Golden Grizzlies. 1 of 2. And IUPUI maintains the slight edge here 1 minute in, second half. Patterson, good tight cut around the screen, left it off for Hall, who easily finishes.
Patterson's tough. He is a really solid player. He works hard defensively. He's got that big upper body.
Hayes crashing in over the back of Hall for the putback. Hayes has to be careful. He's playing with 3 fouls he picked up in the first half. That one poked away. They're going to get none again. Second personal on Kendrick Nunn. So 3 on Hayes, 2 now on Nunn.
Look at that hook pass. Really, really well done.
Patterson, strong drive. Oh, too strong with the left hand. Bodies all over the deck. Oakland running. Scott dribbled it off his foot.
Greg can't be going right to the bench. He does not like what he's seeing. Guys are not taking care of the basketball.
Chris Gilbert in, and after the unforced error, Scott takes a seat. Brennan, get it out, recycled by Hayes. Ball poked ahead, Daniels up ahead. Tries to draw contact and somehow got the ball in the hoop.
Well, I don't know how he made that shot. I have no idea how he got it to go. Left-handed on top of it, I believe.
McCall. And Brock fouled him.
Watch this shot again. That's 3 on Brock. I mean, this We didn't get to see it, but it was a really tough shot.
So now 3 on Hayes, 3 on Brock, 2 on Nunn. You do not have any wiggle room. There are no reinforcements deep on the Oakland bench as McCall makes the first. Kind of the heart and soul leader, Jason Gardner pointed out, one of the guys that sort of has speared the transition of this team late in the season. McCall's playing a heck of a game today defensively and offensively. He's got 8 now. It's tied with Rogers for the team high. Nunn slipped right past Brennan.
You know what he's really good at, Will? How quick he gets rid of the ball. Catch it up on the backboard. You can't really get a shot to adjust and try and block it or defend it.
Rogers. Hayes posting up. Double comes and he threw it away. Here comes Patterson off to the races ahead. Blocked from behind by Nunn, who crashed. McCall got it back. He missed the layup. Hall with another chance. He was blocked by Hayes.
Boy, you got guys with foul trouble taking shots and shot blocks. What a sequence defensively.
Greg Campy applauding in approval. And some of the Oakland fans to their feet to try and insert some energy in the building. Good flex out by Hall to deny the Nunn shot. He goes down the lane, threw it away. Brennan finally squeezed it. But Patterson has missed back-to-back possessions point blank near the rim. McCall, great crossover, drives into Brock, who just engulfed him in the post. Hall got it back and finishes.
Well, you're flirting with danger when you got guys with foul trouble going for shot blocks. Really good job by Hall to finish that.
Hayes double. Gilbert didn't want to shoot it. Daniels will, and hits.
That was a bomb. That was from way downtown. IUPUI second half scoring 6 points in the paint, couple free throws. Oakland foul trouble on their big men. I'd keep going inside.
Brennan will drive at Hayes, through Brock, and one. Who'd they get the foul on? It doesn't matter. It's going to be with somebody's fourth, whether it's Brock or Hayes. A chance at a three-point play as momentum continues to seesaw back and forth. But a moment ago, it was seized by Nick Daniels. A little swagger on the backside before Brennan stole it right back. Wonderful moment during the timeout as longtime Oakland athletic trainer Tom Ford, who we talked about at halftime, was recognized here. Stood and gave his appreciation to the crowd. And there you see him enjoying the basketball game tonight. And we chronicled with Mike Miller, the Detroit Mercy athletic trainer, his battle with ALS and all of the work being done to not just help him, but try and cure this horrible disease. Again, you see the website on your screen, teamtfordstrong.org. And people always wonder, what's the money going to help? What's it going to do? And you heard at halftime, look, there's now a drug. There's a drug that's helping to prolong life, prolong the quality of life. It's not a cure, but it's progress. And that progress only comes by giving and support. So please do your part. You saw the website there as well. In any way that you can, it takes a community to help fight and make lives better for those who have given so much. 30 years in the business, Tom Ford at Oakland.
God bless him.
Three-point play, finished by Aaron Brennan. Who has the big bucket and the answer on the other side now for Oakland? Daniels mishandled the pass. I think he was afraid to dribble it. None. That's a tough look for three. It's a man's rebound from Brennan. The foul was on Hayes going to break. So Jalen Hayes has 4 and is on the bench. Henderson had it knocked away. Ball tipped around. Kirby couldn't finish. Henderson got it back. He flipped it up and missed. Ball all over the deck. It'll be a jump ball as Brennan battles down low with James Beck.
Jump ball to Oakland.
How free is IUPUI right now, Cap, knowing that the bigs are in foul trouble for Oakland? Look, they can continue to scrap. They can fight down low. IUPUI could get chippy in this one.
Yeah, I tell you what, Oakland caught a break, and Brock did not pick up another foul. Officials are letting them play, man.
All 10 of the second half points for IUPUI have come in the paint. Daniels, another 3.
Daniels for 3.
That was pretty. Brennan showing the touch.
Well, he's tough. That kid is battling. He's on the ground. He's fighting inside, and then he steps back and ties the game at 41.
Eight of the 10 players in IUPUI's main rotation hail from the state of Indiana. A lot of strong, tested, fundamentally sound basketball players, and Brennan offense on one end, defense on the other, whipping that one away.
What a great play by Brennan again.
Got to admire the intensity these teams are playing with here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, I'd take the ball right inside and throw it to Maurice Kirby and see if he can pick up another foul on Brock.
Henderson lost his footing, ball loose, another jump ball. It'll stay here. There's only 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Number 32, Goss. Number 22, McCall.
Watch Brennan's bucket. I mean, this is not an easy shot. Turn around, step back, boom. And then in here, gets a hand up, not only gets the block, corrals the ball.
He was a recruiting coup for IUPUI and Jason Gardner's first class, as long step back 3 airballed by Minette, and it leads to a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation.
I don't think he'll be out of the game long.
Both Brennan and Evan Hall, the 2 enforcers on the bench. They go to the energy of Elijah Goss. But with Hayes also out, not a whole lot of strength in the post for Oakland. Daniels back cut at Henderson, and then was fouled.
Goss.
Right off the bench, Elijah Goss called for the foul. That's the second on IUPUI in this half. None. Just a little bit of an opening and made McCall pay. McCall swarmed by the gray jerseys. Minette. Goss poked away. Here's Nunn. Big possession here for Oakland to try and extend it. Nunn. And climbing over the top of the back was Beck, committing the foul.
Well, Greg Campy not happy with that shot selection.
He thought that Nunn got hit on the elbow and is asking for a call. Big players hit big shots in big moments. Nunn may need more of those here tonight. The 2018 Horizon League Championships are sponsored by Little Caesars, world's easiest way to pizza. Legendary Fox Theater, downtown Detroit, and a rejuvenated area with this Little Caesars Arena An opportunity for fans to take a peek at the hub for sports in the Motor City. IUPUI and Oakland, who are tied at the half. A couple of three-pointers of late by Nick Daniels and Kendrick Nunn, giving Oakland the narrowest of leads right now as it's IUPUI ball out of the timeout. And you and I were talking, David Kaplan, in the timeout about does IUPUI maybe press the minute limits of their best players here, especially with Oakland battling foul trouble. Jalen Hayes is back in after the timeout, playing with 4 fouls.
Yeah, I would give Brennan maybe another minute, and I'm going back to him.
McCall driving at Nunn. That's a really tough fadeaway that he made look here.
That's a tough shot. I mean, let me tell you something. Over the top of Kendrick Nunn, that was not a low degree of difficulty.
Nunn. Kirby did a good job to come around the screen, but an even better recognition by Goss on the help side. We have 3 lead changes in this game. IUPUI led by as many as 5 to get it back with a bucket here. Hayes is guarding Goss. I'm surprised they haven't tried to post the redshirt freshman against the guy staying with 4. Good leave off to Kirby, but Henderson trying to clean up. Hayes fighting, had to be careful over the back, and Gilbert is able to clear it to Nunn. And as Nunn tried to spin away, Goss called for a blocking foul.
Boy, they had a good trap.
There's no one there to help him.
That I did not. Now again,
where's he throwing this ball to? Watch this.
Number 24, Hall for the Jaguars.
Well,
there's no one over there.
No, he bodied him, but I thought the ball was already gone when the body contact was made. I would not have made that call. I thought that was solid defense.
Just 3 fouls on IUPUI here in the half. Hayes, Brennan, so Hall back in. We got him in the air. Beautiful up and under by Jalen Hayes.
Well done. He let the game come to him and slowed down. Much needed basket, and it's back to a 3-point game.
Zone look here from Oakland to try and protect those 2 bigs with foul trouble.
That was just a bad decision.
And a foul on Henderson, denying Nunn access to the basket.
You could see that one coming all the way. This is so telegraphed.
And with that stoppage, Aaron Brennan is back in now for IUPUI. So you've got your 2 bigs in Brennan and Hall down low for IUPUI. Hayes baseline, Brennan another block.
I mean, he's just taking over.
McCall. Brock with his own block on the other side.
Get it out. That was just like taking candy from a baby on that one. He was really ready to block that.
Averages nearly 3 a game. Hayes, tough little 10-foot sky hook.
Danger time for IUPUI. They need a basket.
Henderson a floater. Surprised he didn't try and go all the way to the hole with that one.
Here comes your double again.
Found Gilbert. They can't reverse quickly enough to Nunn. It would have beat the shot clock. And IUPUI wants a timeout.
It's a good timeout by Jason Gardner. Much needed timeout.
But those bigs with foul trouble for Oakland coming up big. can't protect in the postseason. Brock sky high. Hayes with the touch. And Oakland by 5. Hardware handed out. 2018 Horizon League award winners. Kendrick Nunn, no surprise, the Horizon League Player of the Year. Kind of hard to deny a guy who's scoring over 26 a game, #2 scorer in the country. We will see Scott Nagy and Loudon Love on display for the second time this week, tomorrow in the semifinals when Wright State battles with Milwaukee, but Milwaukee ousting the Defensive Player of the Year and the 6th Man of the Year with that win over UIC earlier this evening. Will Kendrick Nunn make it 3 award winners in the semifinals, or does IUPUI have a bit of rally in them here with 8.5 to go? With David Kaplan, I'm Will Haskett.
I will tell you, probably the best part, no offense to you, of working at this table is the great Tim Murray doing stats.
Such a sucker.
My guy.
Ron Patterson caught in between, didn't know what to do, and lost control of the ball. Pivotal stretch right here for IUPUI. You can feel this one slipping away from him, even though it's a 5-point game. Hayes lost it. Quick cross court, Gilbert. Henderson right through Gilbert. Good contact. Continuation, yes.
Henderson.
Well, I thought the foul came out on the floor.
Number 0, Gilbert.
It will lead to a timeout.
Timeout.
First points in nearly 4 minutes for the Jaguars. Is this Henderson bucket? Get IUPUI right back in it. Now Nick Daniels finding the shooting touch here in the second half. Big reason why Oakland maintaining a slight lead. He's got a game-high 13, including 3 of 6 from distance.
He's also showing you right there the ability to put it on the deck. He also is unselfish. They know their guy's Kendrick Nunn, but give IUPUI credit. They've done a really good job at limiting his shot opportunities, even his touches.
That has been IUPUI's defensive philosophy all year, to limit Kendrick Nunn, let other guys beat you. When these two teams met back on February the 19th, even though Nunn went for 29, Nick Daniels was 2 of 10 from three-point range in that game. Chris Palambizio was 1 of 10. But tonight, Daniels hitting at a 50% clip from behind the arc, making Oakland multi-dimensional offensively. 2-point game after the 3-point play by Henderson. Nunn discarded the double, went right through the lane and had it off a fingertip. I think it was Hall that got an index finger on it. 11 blocks between these two teams here tonight. And Brennan wants to go right at Hayes. And that's a good call. Good play down the middle.
Green roll, we're back to level. He did a good job. Come out, set the high ball screen, then go, they're not going to challenge me.
And Hayes playing with 4 fouls. Nunn missed everything there and run down by Brennan.
That's just a bad decision.
Lob up. Hall had to save it back in, and look at the reach of Patterson to keep it alive. One of the most freakish wingspans you'll see in all of college basketball. Brennan elected not to drive it at Hayes that time. Hall backing in on Brock, using the beef and the muscle, and Brock helpless with his hands straight up.
IUPUI doing exactly what they have to do. Challenge, deny, and attack.
Tough shot by Nunn. Good defense by McCall, and we're tied again at 50. McCall high rising against Brock, but lost the handle going up. couple of times IUPUI's tried to go for the hammer instead of just laying it in this game, and they've yet to really get that signature dunk in.
You know, all you care about this young, just score. Find a way to score the points.
None. But Hall battling, and
one.
Hayes somehow got it away from him. And a chance at a three-point play.
Now this is just making a play. There's the miss. That's just, he tipped it, just got a piece without going over the top, and then he goes up, and there's no question about the foul.
Uses length, the dexterity to not contact Hall with the body, and again, get that play on the edge right now if you're Jalen Hayes.
He's got 11 points in the ballgame, 5 of 8 from the floor, and that was his first free throw.
Rogers had Hall slipping and couldn't find him. McCall probing. Another teardrop fadeaway. Lacked enough muscle.
Yeah, Hall not happy because he wanted the ball swung to the other side, dive it in, because he had a good seal. They got to go inside.
Daniels steps back. Shot put it short. Boy, had the mismatch with Brennan and had the whole side of the floor cleared out and elected to step back and shoot it from 23 feet. Timeout called by Greg Campy in Oakland.
Greg's mad. He has every right to. That was just a bad possession.
One possession game. He's out to talk with Daniels as he comes to the bench. IUPUI ball down a triple. Again, in another edition of Motor City Madness that has ripped up the brackets of most prognosticators. Winner here gets Cleveland State tomorrow with a really good look at advancing to Tuesday night's championship showdown. Wright State, in one game of work so far, looked very solid yesterday against Green Bay, and we'll get Milwaukee, which played at UIC's tempo in the first half and then dictated things defensively off of a wonderful performance of Brock Stull earlier tonight to get back to the semifinals for the third time in 3 years.
Yeah, I thought Stull was just magnificent tonight. Both ends of the court, but especially his willingness to let the game slow down and give you the up and under move and to step in. And when he had to make a big shot or had to make free throws, he delivered.
Henderson. That was a rough shot. Felt none coming. They say it was touched. Outside official says that ball was tipped.
And I don't think it was. I do not believe this ball was touched. Let's see. Good solid screen.
No
Absolutely
way.
Never touched. Not even close to being touched.
McCall. Brennan will try the three. Why not? Bangs it.
Brennan for three.
We're back level again.
14 points now. Top effort by a Jag. Boy, McCall has been so good against Kendrick Nunn, and Brennan fights that rebound away from Brock. IUPUI trying to reclaim the lead. Henderson, good pause, had it poked away, and it was last touched by Oakland and will stay here. And that will take us to our final break. Things getting testy inside Little Caesars Arena, but seniors' opportunity to step up, and Aaron Brennan answering the call. All tied up, 53 apiece, under 4 to play, with another date and game looming tomorrow for the winner. It has been a wonderful week of competitive basketball here in Motor City Madness in the 2018 Little Caesars Horizon League Basketball Championship. And somehow David Kaplan, they continue giving us front row seats for it. Greg Campy, a few more grayed hairs the last couple of possessions on 2 calls that replays have shown the officials have gotten it wrong.
Yep, both of them.
And IUPUI maintains a possession here, and can they pay it off? Rogers looking for someone to get it into. McCall travel.
The rebounding disparity second half, +7 IUPUI. We were dead even at 13 all, end of first half, and now it's 32-25 on the glass, and a 7-4 advantage IUPUI offensive rebound.
They're sending the teams to the benches. The clock, I don't believe, started after the inbounds. So I believe they have to look at how much time elapsed before McCall traveled with it to run clock down. So they're going to take a look at the replay again.
3:48 and 19. There's the travel, no question about the travel.
Maybe a second off, 2 seconds off. So they'll take a second or two. They'll take 2 seconds off the clock. It'll be 3:46 remaining, not 3:48 remaining, and we'll go back to playing some hoops. Again, Oakland not the favorite. 5 guys out with injury, limited expectations. But the way this game started, the way this crowd here in Detroit heavily leaning towards Oakland. There's a nervous energy in the building right now, Cap.
They're wondering, do they see a repeat of last year when they got knocked out by Youngstown at the buzzer?
Hayes doubled. Ball knocked around, and it'll be a jump ball underneath. Possession arrow keeps it here.
So when you dive it into the post like that, if you don't have a move, you got to get rid of it. It's holding it too long. Good job, IUPUI defensively.
And McCall got tangled up with none. That is 6 fouls against IUPUI. So it'll be the bonus now for both teams on the next whistle.
He knows. You can hear the crowd behind us trying to coach the Oakland team.
How does Nunn get a look? Forces one from deep. Palambizio climbs over the top, and we're going to get a foul.
That was a man's rebound.
6'6", 212 pounds of Chris Palambizio went in and just wanted this one more than anybody else.
That is just a man's rebound.
Grew up playing against several in the Summer League circuit on the opposite side for IUPUI. Palambizio in Chesterton, Indiana.
And Nick Rogers he just wasn't a match for the size of Chris Palambizio.
Jason Gardner wants a timeout.
Timeout, Jaguars.
They'll have 1 remaining. And Gardner will set the offense to try and get a good look and a good shot here. And does it involve perhaps a touch for the most outstanding weapon for the Jaguars here in the second half, and Aaron Brennan?
That's where I would go. High ball screen, roll him down the lane and see if you can get him a good touch. He's really been a smart, heady player tonight.
Good post work on both sides, and then Brennan showed off the touch. That fadeaway was a very difficult look, and then huge 3 moments ago that tied the game at 53 apiece. And not been a field goal for the Jaguars since that, but defensively has been active as well. Line on Brennan, 14 points, efficient, 5 of 6 shooting. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. And this team generally wins when he produces. He averages 14 and 6 in wins, just 11 and 3 in losses. Hall is not a threat to shoot from anywhere. Robinson down the lane, tough left hand, not the shot they wanted, and Brennan just couldn't win the ball. Good help provided by TJ Henderson on Nunn. Nunn wants a screen from Hayes. Hayes spinning around Brennan and is able to tickle it home.
What tough shot, a really good pass by Kendrick Nunn. I thought Hayes was going to short side that one. Just come hit the underside of the rim and he got it up and in.
Good front by Brock, denying the entry past the Hall. Brennan going at Hayes. Hall had it knocked away by Palambizio on the way up. Bucket here would be huge, yeah.
Huge.
A couple of shooters trying to get loose. Daniels last touched it. 16th, or I should say 11th turnover for Oakland.
Great play in there, and it might have been actually, was it Hayes that got a hand in on that ball? I think that might have been Jalen Hayes, and Palambizio came up with the loose ball.
Jason Gardner was happy with the play. Liked the look that Brennan got. This time it's McCall. Through 3 defenders and somehow got it in before Brock could collapse. Did not see a game in the 50s here. And that's what we've got. Nunn one-on-one against McCall. Tough handle. Tipped up and in. How did Brock hang in the air? Quick timeout by Oakland. Brock just floated to make sure he had enough time to tap it back.
Boy, what a play. Slithered inside and nobody could block him off. This is a big-time play right there by McCall. Whoa! And then here's Nunn, hangs, misses, and Brock slides inside Brennan, who did not check him out.
Again, Brock, much older than his sophomore year would indicate, served his country in the military, and then his tour was over, his service was over, came back and decided he wanted to play some basketball, and Greg Campy gave him a chance. And they knew athletically he was going to be so gifted and so special. They didn't realize just how special of a rebounder and block shot artist he would be. And so continuing to grow as a player, but has a world of experience as a man. And the biggest bucket so far of the night for Oakland. Under a minute to go, still a 1-possession game. Brennan, right at Brock. No, Hall flipping it around. The ball was wedged underneath for a second before it was dislodged and brought down by Brock. I think they're going to discuss it. It is a jump ball. That's the correct call. It was lodged for just a second, and the arrow keeps it with IUPUI. Watch for just a second this ball get lodged right there, and then Brock went and got it, and he cannot do that before it goes to the alternate possession.
Yep, officials got it correct.
McCall trying to scoop under Palambizio, and Brock read it beautifully. 6 blocks for Brock, and none is fouled. What an effort. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 blocks for Mr. Block, Mr. Brock.
That's just a prime-time play. See how he reads it and then steps over?
Hayes providing the help side. I don't think McCall even had an outlet to pass the ball if he didn't want to take the shot. Nunn missed both of his free throws earlier tonight. And a poor shooting night for the league's leading scorer. 6 of 20 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3. But it's now a 2-possession lead.
And he's had to earn every point he's gotten. I think IUPUI has been great on him.
Oakland switching everything. Henderson dribbled it off his foot. Nunn saved it in, and Hall fouled him as he was trying to make that save.
Great hustle play by Kendrick Nunn. There's the ball loose, and then Nunn gets it, and there's the foul. No doubt about it.
Number 1, Nunn, shooting 1.
He dribbled it right off Brock's foot.
Hall was begging that he got held by Nunn before he committed the foul. But he could, 2 free throws here would almost ice it. And how ironic, Cap, that 2 years ago the number 2 seed, home city advantage, a loss in the semifinals. Last year the number 1 seed, home city advantage, a loss. And now this year, with 5 players injured and out, Oakland in front of its home fans will get a win in the Horizon League postseason, and they'll get 8th-seeded Cleveland State tomorrow night with the chance to play for a championship.
They now have a clear path in their minds. Cleveland State's had some big upsets this year, but Oakland's at home. They're going to have a nice crowd here. They need to go out and take care of business. Should be a wonderful matchup. I look forward to watching it tomorrow.
2 double-figure wins in the regular season by Oakland over the Vikings of Cleveland State, but the Vikings will have a 3rd crack at them tomorrow. First of 2 semifinals you can see on ESPNU. Milwaukee and Wright State will be the nightcap, as it's even seeds. 2, 4, 6, and 8 survive through the quarterfinals to make it to the semis. Cap, another great year with you. Really enjoyed it. Lots of fun. Man. And as we expect every year, the unexpected.
The unexpected, we see it, but I think the best team won here tonight. IUPUI battled, but Oakland has a shot to get to the championship game.
4 in double figures. They pull away late. For our entire crew and David Kaplan, I'm Will Haskett saying so long from the Motor City, where Oakland has advanced to the semifinals. 4 remain here at Motor City Madness.